All right, so let's talk about wave crash and really understanding how to effectively use it now that its motion has been improved since the Techter expansion. And so what do I mean by improved? Well, first we need to understand wave crash. And as we know, wave crash, the photon art, 2 smashes AoE. The first thing we need to recognize is, what is that ideal range? This is the distance. Pretty far. However, we know that we have an issue. And that issue is, every time we use wave crash, we lose that maximum distance because we travel forward. In many cases, this isn't a bad thing, but in certain situations when the enemy is stationary and you want to keep distance so you can counter and not lose your position too much, think of like the Daedals or Herzig, the big titans. You don't want to be too close because you can end up missing the weak spot or just being positions to where essentially you just don't want to be. So, understanding how you can prevent this with wave crash. Well, let's get back to the maximum distance. Okay, we're good. Now watch. Now, what was I doing? Very simple. When using wave crash, hold down or hold down or hold back. It gets a little tricky because they're in 3 dimensions, but essentially hold down on the joystick if you're using a controller. I guess if you're using keyboard, you'd hold down on S if you're using the standard keyboard controls. And see what this does is that essentially stops the forward movement. So once again, this is wave crash without holding the down input. This is wave crash with the down input. And so this, you essentially can extend the range of wave crash, or not really extend, but essentially keeping the maximum distance and using that ranged attack ideally. And of course, I'll give an example of how to use that in combat. The other thing we want to talk about is wave crash's improved horizontal motion. Once again, we've been talking about standing still, but also going forward, we can also move left to right. Or you can move left, right, right, left. So you can imagine in any combination of the 4 inputs. So this is wave motion, and this is something that you want to consider to be more effective in using wave crash. So now what I'll do is show you a couple of clips of how you can use this in combat in situations where it makes the most sense, and probably the reason why Sega made these adjustments to deal with these type of situations. But other than that, hope this was informative, and I will catch you all next time.